Okay, guys, welcome back. So let's complete updating our profile, right? So we said when you log onto your portal, you click on to go to course. When you go to course or your course content, which is it will land you to this page. So on the left side, you go all the way to the bottom, you see my profile section over there, right? So you click on the profile, and then we have to update a couple of things over. One is your GitHub name. In the previous video, we've seen how to create a GitHub account. And then also we have to update this SSH public key, right? Yeah. So to do that, we need to generate this key, okay? So SSH is secure shell, okay? So it is the basis of public key infrastructure, right? So public key infrastructure is a cryptographic key that we generate. So two pairs of keys, a pair of keys, public and then a private, okay? So the private is kept on your physical machine or is kept with you, the one generating it. And then the public key is shared to the remote server or location that you want to access remotely, okay? So basically what you are doing is that you are encrypting the data using your private key so that anytime it gets to the remote location, that corresponding public key will be used to decrypt the data, in a way creating a secure shell, a secure line over an insecure communication. That's the whole idea. So what we want to do is we want to generate these two keys, okay? Whereby we'll be keeping the private key and then we'll be sharing the public key with our remote location in this case, which is the Git repository, because we want to be able to clone or be communicating. We want to have that communication between our Git repository, okay, and then our physical machine. And to do that, we need to do that over a secure connection. And it is these two keys that are going to create that secure connection for us. So without wasting my time, let's just go to our Git repository. This is our Git repo we created in the previous video. So we can see we name it ALS_repo, right? So what we need to do is to add this key. So to add that key, you have to make sure you're on the repo. So this is where we are, ALS_repo, right? So we come to the green icon over here, okay? The green button. Okay, so you click on the drop-down arrow and you will see HTTPS, one of the ways to connect or clone your repository. We also have SSH, which ALS said we should do. Now, when we click on the SSH, you realize that it's telling us that we currently don't have any key, okay? So we need to generate or add a new public key. So to do that, we'll click on this, add a new public key, okay? So when we click on that, it lands us on this page, which said we should add a new SSH key, okay? So to do that, we need to name it. So let's name it SSH_key, okay? So you say the key is going to begin with SSH.RSA, okay? Something like this. So this is how the key is going to look like, okay? So to do that, what do we need to do? We need to go into our physical machine and create this key. So to do that, we need terminal or the command prompts. So you can just click on the search bar and type CMD, right? So you run as administrator. You say yes to the user access control, okay? So let me enlarge this to make things easier, okay? Very easy to view. So now that we are in our command prompt, we're using a couple of commands. So I'll leave the command in the description below. So we copy this command, but make sure you replace the command with your email address, the email address associated with your Git repo, right? Okay. So paste that command over there. So what this command basically is saying is very simple. The SSH-keygen is the utility or tool that we use to generate these key pairs. The -t flag is used to specify the kind of cryptographic algorithm we want to use to generate. In this case, we are using RSA. Okay. Then -b is specifying the number of bits or size of our key. The larger the key size, the more secure it is. And also there's a cache to it. The larger the key, the more time it takes to generate. -c, which is comment. We want to associate a comment to our key, right? So in this case, I would prefer using the email address, right? So this is the email address associated with the GitHub, right? So yeah, that's the command. So we press enter. So we press enter and it's telling us that the key is generating. So it said this is the location of our key, right? So our key is located in /users. So if we don't like this, we can specify a new location, right? So let's specify a new location. So we'll say C colon /, okay? So we say SSH underscore key, okay? When we press enter, okay, so this is where we want to store our key. So C/SSH underscore key, okay? So when we press enter, it is asking us to enter passphrase, okay? Or empty for no space and empty for no passphrase. So usually you can decide to leave it empty or you can decide to add any password to make it more secured, okay? Usually I leave it empty. So in this regard, I'll leave it empty, okay? So I'll press enter and press enter again, okay? So my key is generated for me, right? So your public key has been saved in this location. So this is where my key is right now, okay? So I'll navigate to this location and go and look for my key, right? So I'll copy this location. And then if I want to change directory to this location, I'll use the command cd, which is change directory, and I'll paste the command and I'll hit enter. So it's saying invalid directory name. Okay, so the directory name is invalid. So let's navigate to C. So cd ... So you can use the ... to go back. I'll do that again one more time. So now I'm in my C directory. Let me see if the directory is created. Okay. Okay, so the directory is created, which is SSH. So you can see over here, we have the key over there, right? So this is our public key, okay? SSH.public. So I want to view that public key, okay? Because that's what we are interested in. So I'll use the command type. Okay, then I'll do SSH underscore key dot public and I'll hit enter. So this is my key over here. So this is what ALS is interested in. So I'll copy this key and I'll head over to my GitHub and I'll paste that key over. Remember the key, it says what? Begins with SSH, okay? So I'll click in and I'll paste my key there, right? Let me do that again. And I'll paste my key there. Okay. So okay, so now let me add this key. First, let me go to my portal and paste the same thing over there, okay? So now I paste my key there. Okay, so now let me go back to Git repository and add key, SSH key. If this really works, an email will be sent to me that an SSH key has been associated with my email address, right? Okay, so I'll also go to my ALS profile and I'll save my information. Good. Since it works, you can see it has been updated at the top over here that your profile was successfully updated. So now we have associated this key to with our GitHub account, right? So now we know that our username, we can now update our username, which is Kojo Brown. So this is our GitHub name. Let's go back and confirm again. So now we have added a new key. So you can see our new SSH key. So this is our new SSH key, right? That's been associated with our GitHub account. Okay, so now we cannot go back. To We cannot go back and then confirm our name. Okay, so our GitHub name, username is Kojo Brown, right? So it's correct. Okay. Okay, so basically that is how we add. Basically that is how we update our profile section with our GitHub or public key. Okay. So in the next video, we'll be talking about a project website URL, Datadog API key, and Datadog application key. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next video. Right.